Yo, what up? It's the kid Tony Gore, baby. Back again. Another day, politicking repeated. No doubt. Alright, so, something that I was thinking about the other day, because my niece asked me about it. She asked if I got bullied a lot when I was younger. And, I mean, obviously I asked why. I know why she was asking. Because I walk differently, you know what I mean? But, it just got me thinking, that, I'm glad, actually, that, in hindsight, we didn't grow up in the era of, cyberbullying and blah, 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 blah. And to me personally, when it comes to cyberbullying, that's some straight pussy shit. Like, at least my bullies had enough balls to, actually try and fuck with me in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't, sitting behind a keyboard like, oh, look, he walks funny, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in that respect, I would say I guess I'm a little more grateful. But, it also got me thinking about, how, dude, I've seen some of the shit on cyberbullying and blah, blah, blah. And, even though I have my own personal feelings about cyberbullying, to me, if you allow yourself, I don't care what age you are, man, if you allow yourself to be victimized and affected by what somebody says from behind a keyboard, you're a bitch. I'm sorry, you're a pussy. You know what I mean? Nobody should have any type of control over you in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be able to affect how you personally feel about you from behind a keyboard, from, you know what I'm saying, 2 cities away. That doesn't make sense to me. Not getting shoved in lockers and getting, your head dunked in toilets and stuff like that. I can understand. That's the physical aspect of it. That's the, I was afraid to come to school some days. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say afraid, but I definitely dreaded it, for sure. But, I mean, that was easily remedied. I had an older brother, and we, had a game when we were kids, and it was called Whoever Wins the Fight. And the rules were pretty simple: whoever wins the fight. So, that's kind of how I tackled that head on. And I mean, realistically, every boy needs to learn how to fight, in my opinion. Every person, man or woman, doesn't matter. You need to learn how to defend yourself. You need to know how to defend yourself. Period. Just because you never know what's gonna happen, So bullies, and I know that now we're in the age of oh, there's something going on at home and da 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 da. You know what? That may be true, but also, man, let's face it. Some kids are just assholes. Okay. Some kids have a complex where, no matter how deep-rooted the complex is, they feel like they're better than somebody else. So they wake up every day and they go into this environment where they're coexisting with hundreds of other kids, and, it's the gladiator effect. They gotta dominate. They gotta prove that they're the shit. and they're gonna pick on the weakest link, so to speak. And as we've seen throughout history, not saying I'm condoning this either, but some of those motherfuckers that you pick on end up coming back with fucking assault rifles. Okay, so choose wisely, man. That wasn't me, but I mean, I definitely went to school with a few people that didn't actually turn out to be school shooters or nothing, but they definitely were them, the introverted, weird motherfuckers that, when Columbine went down, I was definitely looking at them like, you know what? You guys should be a little bit nicer to that guy over there. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. He likes Call of Duty a little bit too much. Or it was Counter-Strike at that time. Yeah, man. It did get me thinking, though, about, my niece asking me this question got me thinking about, the effect that bullies had on me. I know that it was definitely more annoying than anything. You know what I mean? Like, because I wasn't doing nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just trying to fucking get up the big ass set of stairs without motherfuckers bumping into me and me dropping on my shit. I wasn't messing with nobody. I wasn't like drawing attention to myself for the most part. I mean, until I started rapping and battling and being like crazy disrespectful. Not now, Liam. Stop banging on the door. I'm doing something. But there also comes an element where, I mean, like I was saying, it was more frustrating and annoying than anything. And there were times where not stuff didn't really get out of hand, but I have an older sibling, and my brother always had my back. Liam, I'm about 2 seconds from closing that door. Thank you. I did have an older brother that had my back, and when he saw fit and the need to step in, he did, because that's what siblings do. They look out for each other. And I mean, I kind of was my own bully at the end of the day too sometimes, because we had a lot of issues at home, my mother was not a severe alcoholic, God rest her soul, but, she definitely had a lot of demons and didn't take care of them properly. So, I mean, we got a lot of backlash at home and, stuff like that. Like, my mom got physical with me a few times. And not to say that I was an angel or anything, but I mean, bullies, man, are everywhere at the end of the day. Like, as I've grown up, when you're born with a physical disability, or you're born with something that's obvious on the outward appearance to people, or even social problems, and what I mean, stuff like that. The world is gonna bully you, man. People are gonna try and get over on you. People are gonna try and sell you short. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to be kind of prepared for that. You just gotta fight a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't let nothing slide. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like. And, now I just turned 30, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm seldom gonna let some random motherfucker say something out of pocket to me. Whether I'd be at a restaurant with my friends, or at a bar or some shit, like, I wouldn't necessarily call them fights at bars, but I mean, somebody's drunk and they say, oh, you've had one too many, you know what I mean? Because they think I'm just wasted, and I walk up to them like, what'd you say? Bow, just one straight chin check. They're going to definitely rethink their remarks, So, yeah, the world being a bully, man, it happens. And it's getting worse now, man. A lot of this younger generation got the game all types of fucked up, man. I saw something on the news. These like 15, 16-year-old kids just like beat up this like 84-year-old lady on the BART train. And that was it. They just beat her ass. Like, what? Bruh, for real? Dead ass? Like, and nobody did shit. Like, immediately. You know what I'm saying? It took a minute. And, like, that's the other thing that gets me. Like, yo, it for real took motherfuckers a minute of them, like, beating this lady ass to be like, oh, maybe I should put my phone away. They're really beating her up. Like, yo, where is your fucking moral compass at? I don't get that shit. But anyway, I guess the lesson of today would be you kind of got to be prepared for everything. No matter what it is. When it comes to people reacting to you if you are in a similar position as me. And just make the best out of it, man, and try and fucking laugh at, try and see the humor in situations, Think about it like this, man. I think about this. Yo, if I was a fucking quadriplegic, nobody would ask me to help them with shit. It would be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, you're a quadriplegic, you're wheelchair bound, you can't move your arms and legs. Like, no one's gonna be like, yo, can you help me, like, move my apartment this weekend? Nah. Automatically, they're like, nah, so-and-so can't do it. Like, literally cannot do it. Me, there's certain shit, people aren't gonna be like, yo, like, you wanna go on a hike? No. You wanna get punched in the face? But I'm just joking. I'm not hitting people in the face for trying to take me on hikes. I'm just not a big fan of them for obvious reasons. But anyway, yeah, just roll with the punches. If you enjoy this content, subscribe, and, peep the music, man. Peep the music. And holla at me, man. Boom. Love y'all. One.